The San Francisco East Bay has my heart, and it always had. Since I've been in second grade, I have loved the San Francisco East Bay. Now, Northern California, it's, Contra Costa area, it's a vibrant, affordable area. Now, I say affordable with air quotes. Now, come with me on this journey today because we're going to take a look at 5 different cities here in the Contra Costa area that are going to blow your mind. Now, fun little fact about this, one of these cities has appreciated over 21%. Another one has dropped by almost 30%. So let's get into this. Again, I've grown up here. I've lived in each one of these cities. I know them intimately. So I want to go over these numbers. Now, this is where the numbers really start to get a little bit weird, right? Now, look at these stats. Now, these are year over year stats. So Lafayette, the one we were talking about, climbed 21.5%. Now, let me show you where Lafayette is here. This is Lafayette here. Now, it's right on the 680-24 interchange. It's a great area. It's where BART runs. So if you're going to be in Walnut Creek and you want to head into the city, that is why this area primarily is going to appreciate a little bit faster. Nice, quiet neighborhoods, phenomenal schools, great little quaint downtown, nice restaurants. It's a great, easier commute by about 10 minutes if you're going to compare to Alamo or Danville. So let's go back to our numbers here very quickly. So Lafayette's appreciated 21.5%, which is really nice, right? Walnut Creek, our sister city, right above it has jumped 7.1%. Here is Walnut Creek outlined. I've lived in Walnut Creek, like 3 or 4 times. I love Walnut Creek. It is the biggest little city in all of the East Bay. It has a great, large downtown, but it's like the biggest little city around. Like I said, it's awesome. You can go hiking. There's great parks. There's great schools, the great amenities. You have the Dean Lesher Center for arts and theater. I mean, it's just a great city for a family. Not to mention, if you're going to be commuting in again, into the San Francisco or into Oakland or anywhere else, and you don't want to pay the Lafayette prices, Walnut Creek is a phenomenal choice. I personally give it 2 thumbs up. Now let's take a look at Alamo. Alamo is actually one of my hometowns. I grew up right there. That's downtown Alamo. It's a sleepy little town, very high-end neighborhoods. It's definitely a luxury neighborhood and marketplace. Anywhere from like maybe 2.8 to 25, 30 million plus. So you get a little bit of everything. This is an area where in Alamo, you're going to want to come in and you're going to put your head down. It's going to be very quiet, blink very quickly. You're going to go right past the downtown. So this is not a major metropolis, but you have Walnut Creek just to the north of you, which is the biggest little city, like I said. So you can head up there for the evening out, or you can head down to Danville. But let's look at these numbers again really quickly. Alamo, like I said, is about 2.8, right? Last year was like 2.89, and this is like base entry kind of level, ladies and gentlemen. We're not talking like this is the high end. And it's come down just 1.4%. So we've seen a correction in Alamo. Now, Danville is chugging along. They've appreciated 8.2%. So there's Danville. So here's Alamo right here. Then Danville's right down outlined. It goes all the way out to the Camino de Sahara, Blackhawk Museum, Blackhawk Golf area out here. Then it tunnels right directly into San Ramon right down at the bottom there. So here's the point. Everything in the East Bay is going to be changing and shifting. If you don't get a move on, like you just saw in those numbers, maybe one of the areas that you want to live in is just a fraction out of that affordability zone based upon just waiting for the rates to drop. Guys, if you're at a 0.5% difference, you can do what they call a buy down rate. Talk to your lender about this. Talk to your real estate agent about this. It's where you can go put money in to your lender and literally buy down your rate, because you're going to marry the price and you're going to date the rate. That's an old cliche saying, and what it means essentially is this. Your purchase price is going to be your property taxes. That's where that's going to live. Okay, you can't really reduce that. But you can reduce that rate. You can refinance. You can buy down the rate on the initial, purchase. There's a lot of ways you can skin this cat. Make sure you talk with a competent lender immediately, because your affordability is drying up like the Sahara Desert. Now, if you think we're crazy, I talked to a real estate agent the other day. She's putting an offer in on a property in San Francisco, $490,000 above the listing price. That is banana socks, crazy pants. And that's all the folks that are, getting bid out of San Francisco, Oakland, the peninsula, those neighborhoods. They're coming to the East Bay and they're willing to spend money because they can see they get a lot more for the same amount of cash or even a little bit less. So here's a little cautionary note to everybody out there. If you're looking to buy or sell in the East Bay, now is the time. I have clients clamoring to get on the calendar, to get homes on the market because they see the writing on the wall. Anyway, guys, that is an update here. San Francisco East Bay, Contra Costa County, some of my hood, the 680 corridor. You guys love it as much as I do. Just all you have to do is just go buy something. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, see you later. Bye.